What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Stocks to Watch. And again, the indices were literally dead. And if you have been an options trader, you probably would have faced time value decay or flattish action. And that is exactly what you can see on your screen on Nifty, where we were probably down about, I think we were up 58 points. But from the day low, from the where we opened, I think we exactly closed around 5 or 7 points, maybe exactly the same. We also saw that whatever gap we had from the day open, I think even that wasn't fulfilled. Even if I look at Bank Nifty, I think the action was largely flattish. And if you've been a follower of the Stocks to Watch series, you know what I've been talking about. So this is where Bank Nifty had opened. Bank Nifty had shot up, I think, 500 points in the first 1 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 90 minutes of the action. But after sweeping liquidity off the highs, we were essentially largely flat. So what this tells you is largely the action is in stock-specific plays, and especially mid caps and small caps, and that's what we're going to be focusing on in this entire episode. If you have not subscribed to our channel, make sure you do that, because we give you those insights that probably will help you increasing your trading performance, and you'll be able to capture bigger and better moves in the market. So if you're new here, consider subscribing and hit the like button if you like the video and our efforts. So let's first get started with the stocks that we discussed for yesterday, and let's see what's the action that these stocks did. So first one is Gravita. I mean, if you look at the daily, we spoke about Gravita, clearing this entire base out. It did 16% up in one single day. Sarla Performance again, up 11%. HEC Project, after hitting the upper circuit yesterday, today again up 10%. Alicon Castelloy again hitting 9%. Sangam, another one which we spoke about yesterday, and I think this was one of the highest conviction picks from yesterday. This was up 8%. At one point, this is up 11%. One more stock which was one of the highlights in yesterday's episode was Kirloskar Pneumatic, and there are a bunch of other names like Ami Organics, Orissa Minerals. Now, there's a disclosure that we had a position in Orissa Minerals, and there is another position that we took in Ice Make Refrigeration, which was great. So I'll just show that to you as well. Ice Make Refrigeration. So we took a position at around 758 rupees today at 10:42 a.m. This is how the stock was looking at. Volume drying up. And then towards the end of the day, Ice Make hitting an upper circuit. So this is a crazy move, and all of these stocks that we've been talking about every single day have been hitting good milestones. Even Rudra Abhishek Enterprises, that was up about 5% or 6% at one point in time. So the bottom line is mid caps, small caps, large caps. This is where the money is. Don't waste your time in Nifty, Bank Nifty, Sensex, mid cap, any of the index. The major focus has to be on the cash market, especially post-elections, post-everything is done. So let's get started with the watch list that we have for tomorrow. So starting off, we've got Morpin Labs, and mind, we have got a big list. I think we've got about 45 to 46 stocks in the stocks to watch for tomorrow. Why? The answer is very obvious. Nifty is near all-time highs. Bank Nifty is near all-time highs. Small caps, mid caps have been trading near all-time highs. The SIP flows, the domestic institutional investor flow, is at its highest. So we've got a lot of action. All you need to know is you need to know the right stocks to trade, and you've always known about this. You are as good as the stocks you trade. So focus on stock-specific action in mid-caps, and that's what's going to be the theme of this episode. So let's get started. Morpin Labs. This is the pharma stocks, and this has been consolidating really nicely, and there is a nice volume dry up. So Morpin Labs, something that I'm going to be watching out for. Arrow Granite, another name, making a very nice tight base with a very narrow range volume kind of contraction. Really nice. Sandur Manganese, another one from the iron ore and the metal space. Now, you will see a lot of stocks from the iron ore and metal space moving really nicely, because China's GDP growth expectation from the World Bank, from CRISIL, from ICRA has been phenomenal. So I think China and the themes surrounding China, which is fertilizers, which is specialty chemicals, which is chemicals, agrochemicals, and even iron ore, steel, and I think a bunch of other metal names, I think they will be in focus for the next entire week and even tomorrow. So please keep a watch out on that. I've already told you we've already got a position in Orissa Minerals, And now we've seen Sandur Manganese setting up really nicely. So keep a track on this one. Next up, we've got Infobeams Technology making a really nice little base with the volume dry up. So this is also going to be something that I will be tracking. Mayur Uniquarters, I think we've been talking about this stock for for I think 2 or 3 episodes consecutively. The weekly base is insane, and I think there could be a lot of action coming in from here as well. So that's the daily chart in front of you. So I think there's going to be good action. Jindal Stainless, now another steel name, and the reason for this stock to be on this list is what's happening in China. China's, as I said, China's GDP numbers and the China's growth expectations are better than normal, and that's the reason why metal stocks and even iron ore stocks are going to be on the track. Sakuma is another stock tapping into the order block, and this is one of the outperformers breaking out of a base. Good stock to watch out for. eMudra is one stock which has already broken out of the base, so this is for intraday traders. If you want to really target something which is extremely hot, extremely strong, eMudra is the stock to watch out for. Godrej Properties, another one from the real estate segment, playing really nicely with a very nice tight base with the volume dry up. Nice little stock. Rainbow, I think this is probably one of my favorites for tomorrow. Very nice tight base, hovering around the 20 moving average, has liquidated all the highs, and I think there's going to be a lot of action in this name. So please do keep a track on this one. I think we've got Aster DM. I think we've got another bunch of hospital names. So please do keep this on your track. SKM Egg Product, once one of the leaders of the market, I think zooming up over 200% in less than 2 weeks. Now this stock is hovering around the order block, making a nice tight range around the 20 EMA. Another one to watch out for. Next up, we've got Ambika Cotton Mills. Another simple story. It's a base. It's going to break out of this name. And this has been a stock which has been underperforming. So do keep a watch out on this one. We've got Den Networks. So very, very nice base. I think this is going to outperform along with other media stocks like, Network 18. We're probably going to see another, few things like NDTV, maybe the Aaj Tak group probably outperforming. So keep a watch out on this one. Yes Bank, again, after a long consolidation, has been trying to react from this area. So do keep a track on this one. NCC, I mean, after a bunch of auto wins, this stock has been the highlight. Even NBCC, NCC, both are on track to be near their all-time high. So another one which is going to be on track. Daulat Algotech has been on our watch list for the last 2 days. A really nice base. Do keep a watch out on this one. We've seen Grindwell Norton, another nice base. We've seen how ABB has outperformed. We've seen how Siemens has outperformed. So do keep a track on this one. We've got Gateway Distillery Parks, which is another from the metal space, which is doing really well. Prince Pipes is almost about to break its base. So keep a watch out on this one. Usha Martin, another one very similar to Prince Pipe. Very nice base. If you look at this on the weekly, I think this is going to be an eye candy. So do not miss this one. Next up, we've got Philatex. So let me just try to zoom into Philatex. So let's go to Philatex. Philatex also tapping into the order block, making a nice little move. Skipper, another one which is making a nice tight base. Tech Mahindra from the large cap space doing really nice. Texmeco Rail, very, very nice base. Just like Jupiter Wagons, probably can spike up really hard. FSL, another tech name out here. I don't really see tech to outperform that much, but the structure really says that this is going to be one of the favorites. Jubilant Foodworks, what a nice setup. Very, very big base. I think this has been basing from the start of the year, and I think this could make a lot of noise. Endurance, another stock which continues its outperformance from the last 7 or 8 days. This has been outperforming post-elections. REC, again, has not been able to break out of this base. PFC, REC, NTPC, NHPC, all of them very, very similar action, trying to break out of this narrow range. Uno Minda is another stock from the OEM space which is trying to break out. So this one is another one to watch out for. Another favorite from the list is Utkarsh Small Finance Bank. Now we've seen small finance banks do really well. Utkarsh is one of the names which has the best quality of assets, best balance sheets, and best NIMs. So I think Utkarsh is going to be something to watch out for. Lloyds Engineering, another tight base, very, very interesting. Dabur and I think Chennai Petro, both of them also doing really nice. Policy Bazaar was expected to break out today, but this has been consolidating nicely. So this is also another stock that I'll be keeping on my radar. Paras Defense is on the likes of MTAR, on the likes of Astra Microwave, on the likes of I think Data Patterns India has been doing well. So this is also interesting. IRFC is probably the best one on the 1 hour time frame. very, very nice VCP. So you can see that the stock has been creating a nice little VCP with the volume dry up. So I think this one is also interesting. So do keep a watch out on this one. We've got Go Colors, which we probably covered in the second last episode, that the base is really nice. Very similar to what we saw in Manyavar. Mind you, Manyavar was up 15-20% from the day we covered it. So again, another interesting one. GHCL forming a nice little base. Traxon, another one which is tapping in from the order block. Very similar to the car trade, tech trade. JB Chem Farm, again, I don't really think it's ready right now, but this has been basing around really nicely. Spencer's, another small cap, micro cap name, very, very nicely, tightly contracting into the 4-day range. Sharda Crop Chem, another one which is probably trying to break out of this space. Bulgaria Chemicals has been, breaking out really nicely, has been an outperformer, has left the entire base. So a very risky stock in terms of risk reward, but I think it's really nice. Next up, we've got Sundram Fasteners, very, very nice base. I think I love it. Muthoot Finance, another one which I can bet on from the FNO space, really nice. Amines and Plasticizers, another stock, recent IPO name. I think from a positional play, if the stock closes around 210, I don't really think you should think about a lot, but just take a 10% stop and at least aim for the stock to double around. Very, very risky name. Another disclaimer, this is not a financial recommendation or an advice, but a very, very nice stock from a positional perspective. Then we've got Megastar Foods after tapping into this little order block right here. So you can really see this is the order block that I'm talking about. After tapping into this little area, the stock has been consolidating really nicely. Very tight little action. And I expect some action from this as well. Next up, we've got Shreyas Shipping and Logistics. After tapping in and liquidating this particular low, the stock is ready to move out of the space. Very, very interesting. Quantum Papers, just like JK Papers, has been setting up really nicely. Advani Hotels is another stock which I really like. The stock is tried to fill the gap, but I think there's a lot of potential left. Manorama Industries, trading near the all-time high, trading near the 52-week highs, making absolutely like a perfect VCP with the volume dry up. I really like it. So this one is also something to watch out for. Roto Pumps is one of the most underrated industrial names, now breaking out of the range. And I think this is not a traditional breakout, but this is a breakout which is going to be lasting for a long period of time. So just do keep a watch out on this one. GM Financials, very, very interesting name. But when I saw this on the 1-hour time frame, I think there's a lot of room for this one to move. So do keep a track on this one. Sarda Energy, another one, I think probably, from my favorite deck. Very, very nice contraction. If you look at it on the hourly, I think everything is really, really set up. So this one is also interesting from our perspective. Now, we've got a bunch of stocks, but you need to understand that the stocks and the setup is really, really nice. So mid caps, small caps, and large caps have a lot of opportunities. KEC is the next one on the list, and this one is because it is trading near the all-time high. There's going to be a big volume spike that we saw, and after the shakeout, the stock has been outperforming the market. So really, really interesting. JSW Holdings, another stock which is very nicely, tightly contracting in this particular range. So we can see, or we can expect a breakout of this one. Medi Assist Health Services, I think one of the best IPO bases that I have ever seen. I don't really think any reason for you to not buy this. I think there's going to be like a good 10% stop in this one, and at least a 50 to 60% gain in the next 3 to 4 months. Another disclaimer, this is not a recommendation nor an advice. Last but not the least, we've got Sanghi Industries, which has been outperforming for a large time right now, but post its base breakout in July 2023, this stock was making headlines. So I think this is the time for this stock to come back. And that brings us to the end of the list of the stocks that we've got for you. So long story short, indices is not the place where the money is. Small caps, mid caps is where all the money is. And you can use this watch list to keep all of these stocks on radar, because I'm definitely sure tomorrow you will see majority of these names up 10, 15, 20, even maybe 25, 30%. Maybe majority of the stocks will be trading over 5%. So if you like such analysis, do drop in your comments, hit the like button, and do subscribe to the channel, because it motivates me and my team to bring more such content to you. I wish you all the best for your trading day tomorrow, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Good night and take care.